Precision diet, nutrition, fueling, training, and competing simply set you up for failure in the long run. And the stress of chasing numbers in a constantly chasing world is a recipe for insanity. This is why our way of coaching is non-precision. We take our deep understanding of the science of optimal fat metabolism and make it doable in the context of your life, so it becomes habit, thus sustainable in the long run. Today, I'd like to myth-bust this idea that achieving optimal health has to be a precision endeavor. And this is because we humans are a clever lot, and from our very beginnings, we have been making tools in order to make our lives exponentially easier. One seminal tool is quantification through numbers and math. This tool is so embedded in our modern lives, we take it for granted as a de facto part of our existence, what I call the man-made construct. Because harnessing metrics as a frame of reference allows us to be precise. This precision allows us to replicate, and in the world of all things man-made, like money, objects we engineer, manufacture, build, or produce, this strict adherence to precision has enriched our lives and moved humanity forward. The problem is, biology doesn't work that way. Nature and natural systems do not use metrics to operate. There is no blueprint for your DNA and how that unique set of DNA you were bequeathed by the union of your biological parents will express itself given the infinite variables. In the age of modern computer technology, our technological hubris has deluded us into abandoning this very fact, and it will have devastating consequences if we don't find the balance. Which takes me right back to the myth-busting, our attempts to make so many aspects of health and performance precise. Precision diet, nutrition, fueling, training, and competing simply set you up for failure in the long run, and the stress of chasing numbers in a constantly changing world is a recipe for insanity. It's like watching the Type A Ironman triathlete come unraveled when things don't go precisely as planned during their race. When their 400-calorie, 4 gel per hour on the bike race plan results in GI issues, vomiting, dehydration, underfueling, bonking, and a DNF. See what I mean? Do you know somebody like that? Maybe it's even you. Or the ketard who calculates their macros to the nth degree and counts calories of each macro to the nth. God help it if they have a teaspoon of refined sugar that slips under the radar. Or that clean eater who has to have everything non-GMO, certified organic, locally grown, grass-fed, gluten-free, pesticide-free, carbon-neutral foods from Whole Paycheck, which he had to drive 40 minutes to when there was a Kroger's 5 minutes away from their home. Okay, maybe they drive a Prius or a Tesla, so it's PC and fully woke. Truth is, the underlying physiology of chronic stress from living this way has more negative impact upon these sorts of people than the teaspoon of sugar or getting your fresh whole foods from the local supermarket. Do I want to see you restrict and manage your carb intake and eat healthy, clean whole foods? Of course. But in the quest for perfection, we lose sight of the actual goal, a doable and sustainable way to higher health and peak performance. Now, science seeks to understand rather than to know, and there is where metrics and modern technology can help us in understanding, to guide us forward in our quest for higher health and peak performance. This is a nuanced difference, but a vital one to understand. Let me frame this in another way. Understanding is dynamic and fungible, while knowing is rigid, static state. There is only one thing I know referred to these, and these three things are life ebbs and flows, and it can be messy and complicated no matter how together one has it. Secondly, life is in constant motion. And third, most of all, life is meant to be lived. We have to find the balance, your balance. And this is anything but precise, because precision by definition is a static state, whereas balance is a dynamic one. Living things are in a dynamic state. You are dynamic. This is why our way of coaching is non-precision. we take our deep understanding of the science of optimal fat metabolism and make it doable in the context of your life, so it becomes habit, thus sustainable in the long run. Now, I'll leave you with that well-known aphorism, perfection is the enemy of the good, to help you wrap your head around this non-precision approach that can help you reach your higher health and peak performance. Now, if you'd like to learn more about our unconventional, non-precision approach, book a Get Acquainted call with one of our coaches to see how we can help.